Bang Cooper. The name may not be easily recognized, but chances are you've seen his face on any number of TV movies, sitcom pilots, and guest appearances on shows such as The Andy Griffith Show, The Munsters, The Gong Show, and The X-Files, to name just a few. From his early start in vaudeville as half of the comedy duo Cooper and Ha Ha, to a spectacular fall from grace and his last TV appearance as a corpse on CSI Brockton, he was a familiar face in the world of entertainment.
He was a hard-working, hard-partying son of a bitch. Booze, whores, booze, and whores. But he never missed a day's work in his life. And no one could take a pie in the face like that. No one!
As a performer, he had no equal, with exception of Bob Hope, Danny Kaye, Judy Garland, The Kid, Ethel Merman, and Al Jolson. He had that rare quality that one rarely sees these days, a certain je ne sais quoi.
Roman Polanski was dating my niece, and he introduced me to Bang at a party at Peter Sellers' house. I wouldn't say it was love at first sight, but there was something about him that you couldn't quite put your finger on. But if you could, you probably would have to wash that finger afterwards.
Though he was gaining a popular following among audiences, his success was overshadowed by scandalous tales of his personal life.
He always swore that donkey was a pet, but once a rumor gets started, it just snowballs, Ask Richard Gere. And talking about snowballs, Bang denies to this day that he was anywhere near that elevator with that Boy Scout troop. Those bastards in the print press were just looking for someone to hang out to dry. I heard Hedda Hopper blew off half the goddamn Hollywood foreign press just to get the scoop on goddamn Judy Garland.
Still struggling through the early days of television, Bang Cooper's infamous I Love Lucy appearance, which aired live once and was never shown again, was considered by many to be a career ender that no one could ever recover from. Lucille Ball, for years afterward, would launch into a tirade of expletives at the mention of his name, and Vivian Vance's anal reconstructive surgery sidelined her for 3 months.
Our first breakup was just after the Lucy fiasco. I mean, I've been thinking about going solo for years, and that was the moment that I needed. After 4 heart attacks, I was getting tired of the whole setup. 8 shows a week, and that friggin' monkey was just getting dangerous.
I got him a 5-week residency at the Palladium in London, and it was a complete sellout. And by that, I mean insulting crap that patronizes the audience. He played to about 30% capacity each night.
Bang stayed with me during his London shows, and I realized he was a troubled man. And I was proved correct, because it was then that he attempted his first suicide.
Jack Haley called me and said that Bang had taken an overdose. I was devastated. I was so distraught I never heard the word laxatives. He'd taken an overdose? Or laxatives?
I'd never seen so much shit in my entire goddamn life.
On his return to the US, Bang met his second wife, Candy, an air stewardess and exotic dancer.
Bang was all man, you know what I mean? People made a big deal of our age difference, but it never mattered to me. Plus, he and my dad used to hang out. Bang never helped me in my career. I got that part in Lesbian Amazonian Cage Fight 3 all by my talent.
It was at that time that Bang Cooper began his mentoring program, which he set up to assist male actors in their 20s who were looking for their big break.
Bang and I met at a gym in West Hollywood. He took me in. He mentored me for about 7 months. It really helped my career. He was a good guy. He even introduced me to the people who knew the people, who knew the people who met the people, who knew those people, who were the Hollywood power players. I owe him a lot.
That was the beginning of the end for us. He threw himself into those young men night after night, and our marriage suffered because of it.
A possible comeback in a 1991 Murder, She Wrote TV movie was the break Bang Cooper had been waiting for. However, 6 days into the shooting, the ghosts of his past demons appeared, and he was fired from the production. The court records were sealed, and Angela Lansbury declined to be interviewed for this special. Tom Bosley, however, mentioned in a 2001 interview with Rolling Stone magazine that Bang Cooper was fired for having an indecent relationship with a prop.
And that was it for Bang. The end came quickly after that.
I talked to him via the telephone the night that he died. If I knew then what I know now, I would have realized I would never get to talk to him again.
I was the one who found him in the study. He had hung himself from the stag's head and was just draped there like a big, gray, hairy baby. As soon as I got off the phone with the bank, I called 911.
No way, man! Not Bang! He would never kill himself! It's a conspiracy, man!
We have been planning a surprise reunion at a Memorial Day Lazy Eye telephone.
I will never forget where I was when I heard the news.
And so a tragic end to an oft controversial, sometimes soaring career of stage and screen. Bang Cooper is no more, but his memory remains in the film that captured his brilliance. Many fears that his personal life will forever overshadow his professional gains were only aggravated by the comments of his old friend Elizabeth Taylor at his funeral service. The now infamous eulogy, entitled "That Guy Could Really Hump a Face," had over 11 million hits on YouTube.